please remember to show up for the meeting today. Be on time. We have a lot to cover. And that's it. Start off with the students.
So the Halloween dance is going to be this Friday from 8 to 11.
Oh yeah, it's no longer outside due to weather and other concerns, so
it'll
in
be
the library.
Yeah, it'll be in the library. It'll be $5.
Reminder, mix it up at lunch day tomorrow, Tuesday. Just go sit with anyone else. It's really great and really easy to do.
If you can't do it on Tuesday, do it on Monday or
So
Wednesday.
today.
Or Wednesday, yeah.
Thank you.
So fall play is coming up soon, and if you're interested in being an usher, talk to me or Jenny, because we need to start filling out places for the usher jobs. Thank you. Yeah. So, outdoor science school in Santa Cruz. It's a science camp. They're looking for cabin leaders during our spring break.
Yes, to volunteers for spring break, you're in charge of a cabin of 5th to 6th grade students, usually 5th grade, and you have usually 10 to 12 students at a time, and you help out the people, the naturalists and such. It is for sophomores to seniors.
Yeah, and you get 60 hours of community service. It does count for service learning if you want.
And
It's a lot of fun.
And there's a meeting today in room 4 at lunch with the cabin leader coordinator. So if you're at all interested in volunteering over your spring break, please come to the meeting at lunch in room 4.
I would highly recommend it.
Thank you.
I have first announcement. If you're in General Student Council, please show up to the meeting today. You will be taking your yearbook pictures after the meeting. Second thing, if you are in volleyball, please be in the Fenton Terrace at 3:15. I will also be taking your team pictures. And then finally, if you are in yearbook and you took fall fair pictures, please check your email / a Facebook page. Thank you. This Thursday, we're going to be doing a pumpkin carving competition. And last Thursday, girls tennis beat Carmel High.
Our last home match is tomorrow at Chamisal, so it'd be great if you guys would come support.
Okay, so there's a guild meeting today, as per usual, in the physics lab, and we'll be playing ERS, or Egyptian Rock Slam, and other card games, and I have candy, so you guys should buy.
Cross Country has our last home meet tomorrow here at 4 p.m. So please come support. Throughout the years, I would see him occasionally. He was a kind man who never displayed an attitude other than joy. He was also quite short, about the size of an elementary student, with skin as dark as an olive, and a presence anyone could feel. His name was Antonio, and he was like a grandfather to me, despite only being related by friendship. About a year ago, I heard my mother talking on the phone about Antonio. Her voice, steady, but with a kind of dolor that revealed something that her expressionless face did not. I ascertained that something had gone horribly wrong. I knew that it had to do with his health. Attempting to be optimistic, I did not let my mind wander the grim possibilities. Finally, I confronted my mother and asked her why she appeared so emotionally distressed. And she bluntly said that Antonio has cancer. I turned away and began to ponder what might happen in the future. It was difficult for me to imagine the potential death of someone who I've known for so long. Over the next year or so, his condition neither improved nor deteriorated. Then came the next phase. Antonio entered and left the hospital frequently. His affliction caused him so much pain that visits to medical facilities were commonplace. One day, After our family visited him after a hasty exit from the emergency room, I looked at him and thought to myself that he looked like he was just as bad as condition as before. I hugged him and hoped that he would no longer have to suffer in this world anymore. He died the next day. Next came the period of mourning and the epitome of a depressing funeral. Or so I thought. It was my first funeral, so I had no idea what to expect. Popular culture led me to believe that would be one of the saddest events of my life. A sense of bewilderment rushed through me as I tentatively looked around the funeral home. It looked more like a celebration than a mourning. The family had a slideshow of all the happy times they shared together. Whenever relatives spoke of Antonio, they only brought up cheerful occasions, and no one mentioned death whatsoever. A march to a hymn ended the funeral, and I was left to process the experience. After some time, I concluded that I want to enjoy life and all that it has to offer. My new goal is to take every situation from a positive standpoint and be the happiest I can be. I'm not going to mourn the loss of loved ones, but rather celebrate their lives and all the things that they accomplished. I now know that I should be grateful to have lived with these people and to have known the gift of life.
CCS High School Honor Choir auditionees, we continue to meet in my room at lunchtime. I'll be there today. I have permission slips for CJ, Catherine Yeager, and Jillian. Get them from me before you leave, please.
This Wednesday, there will be some people on campus to give out information about the CIEE study abroad trips. There'll be a lunch table in the Commons. There will be an information session during health and fitness, and at the York Parents Meeting, if your parents can come and find out more information themselves about that. There are posters all around school to remind you of that. Second thing, I have a special favor to ask of some people, and I would like you, if you could meet me at the flagpole right after break for about 2 minutes. Justin Wong, Connor Goodson, Michael Hine, Jenny Rakusin, Teo Senico, Finn Berry, Shauna Kim, Emily Musto, Maria Stanica, Ryan Ishlawak, and Hannah Ray.
I'd just like to extend a thank you to all the students and faculty that participated last week in the presentation from Judge Guzman. At the end of the day, he commented that he's very impressed with York School, particularly how inquisitive students were, how attentive you were during the presentation, the interest that you took in speaking with him afterwards, particularly those students that sat outside in the circle of learning with him during lunch. I also thought it was really sweet that he asked if he could have a York tie so that he could wear it proudly in Chile. I think that's a really lovely moment to think about. And I also just would like to remind students that was challenging subject matter, but important. And there are things you can do every day to fight against injustice and to support human rights by joining Model UN, participating in JSA, thinking about your service learning projects, and I'm just proud of you who are going to carry that torch. I know many of you will. Thanks.
As Adela and Jenny said, the musical is coming up, and we definitely need you to sign up to be ushers, 2 for each of the 4 performances beginning November 5th. Even more importantly than ushers, though, we need audience members. It's really not theater if you don't have an audience. So this morning, on the york.org website, the reservations page opened up. The tickets are free. They're always free. It doesn't guarantee you a particular seat, but it guarantees you a seat. With all of our shows, especially the musicals, though, the reservations tend to fill up fairly quickly, and we end up with a waiting list. So I encourage you all to come and see the show. It's definitely family friendly. definitely won't make you sad, won't make you think. I think it's just a great way to have fun for an evening, so I look forward to seeing you there.